Our journey begins with the account of Daniel and his friends being taken into captivity in Babylon. Picture this: a young man ripped from his homeland, thrust into a foreign culture and surrounded by unfamiliar customs and beliefs. Yet, amid the chaos and uncertainty, Daniel's faith in God remained unshaken. In Babylon, Daniel and his friends found themselves in the service of King Nebuchadnezzar, a powerful ruler with a penchant for splendor and excess. They were offered a taste of the king's table, a menu filled with rich foods and fine wines, but Daniel and his friends refused to partake, choosing instead to adhere to their dietary laws, an act of devotion to their God. Their refusal was a gamble, a risk that could have led to severe consequences. But they were steadfast, their loyalty unwavering. Their faith was not a cloak to be donned when convenient and discarded when not. It was an integral part of their identity. Remarkably, their devotion did not go unnoticed. God blessed them with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, setting them apart from the others in the king's court. Daniel, in particular, was blessed with the ability to interpret dreams, a gift that would later prove instrumental in his journey. But it wasn't just divine gifts and favor that set Daniel and his friends apart. It was their unwavering commitment to their beliefs, their refusal to compromise, even in the face of adversity. They were living testimonies of their faith, their actions speaking louder than any words could. In the face of adversity, Daniel and his friends exemplify unwavering faith. They show us that faith is not just about belief, it's about action. It's about making choices that align with our beliefs, even when those choices are difficult or unpopular. And it's about trusting in God's plan, even when we can't see the path ahead. Their story serves as a powerful reminder that, in the midst of uncertainty and change, our faith can be a steadfast anchor. Through their example, we are encouraged to hold fast to our beliefs and trust in the divine plan that unfolds for us, just as it did for Daniel and his friends in Babylon. A significant event in Daniel's narrative is the interpretation of King Nebuchadnezzar's dream. As the story unfolds, we find King Nebuchadnezzar troubled by a dream so enigmatic that it eludes the understanding of his wise men. The king's dream was a colossal statue, the head of fine gold, chest and arms of silver, belly and thighs of bronze, legs of iron, and feet partly of iron and partly of clay. A stone uncut by human hands struck the statue, shattering it into oblivion. In the midst of this confusion, Daniel, a captive from Judah, steps forth. With God's divine wisdom, he interprets the king's dream. The statue, Daniel explains, represents a succession of kingdoms. The golden head symbolizes Nebuchadnezzar's Babylonian kingdom, a powerful and prestigious empire. The silver, bronze, and iron segments represent future kingdoms, each less splendid than the one before, yet stronger in might. The iron and clay feet, Daniel expounds, depict the divided kingdom, strong yet brittle. The stone that shatters the statue signifies the establishment of God's eternal kingdom. Unlike the earthly kingdoms, this divine kingdom will never be destroyed or given to another people. It will crush all other kingdoms and bring them to an end, but it will itself endure forever. This interpretation astonishes King Nebuchadnezzar. He realizes that Daniel's God is indeed the revealer of mysteries, able to disclose what will happen in days to come. Through this, we witness the prophetic prowess of Daniel and the divine revelations of the future. This event is a clear testament to God's supreme power over the kingdoms of the world and his ultimate plan for an eternal kingdom. It's a stark reminder that earthly kingdoms rise and fall, but the kingdom of God stands forever. This is the profound truth that lay hidden in King Nebuchadnezzar's dream, a truth unveiled by Daniel through God's divine wisdom. Daniel's faith is further tested through fiery trials, quite literally. As the narrative unfolds, we encounter two remarkable episodes that highlight Daniel's unwavering trust in God and the divine protection he receives in return. First, we delve into the story of the fiery furnace. Daniel's three friends, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, refuse to bow down to a golden image created by King Nebuchadnezzar. Their steadfast commitment to their faith lands them in a furnace heated 7 times its usual temperature. Yet, miraculously, they emerge unharmed, not even a single hair on their heads singed, their clothes untouched by the flames. This astounding event leaves Nebuchadnezzar and his court in awe, leading to a decree that anyone who speaks against the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego shall be cut into pieces. Then we move on to Daniel's encounter with the lion's den. Accused by his adversaries for praying to his God, Daniel is thrown into a den of hungry lions. Despite the seemingly hopeless situation, Daniel remains unscathed. The lions, although famished, do not touch Daniel. His faith in God shields him from the deadly jaws of the beasts. This miraculous survival leads King Darius to issue a decree that in every dominion of his kingdom, people must tremble and fear before the God of Daniel. These two extraordinary events, the deliverance from the fiery furnace and the survival in the lion's den, serve as profound demonstrations of God's protective power. They underline that when faith is unyielding, even the most daunting circumstances can be overcome. Moreover, these episodes emphasize that God honors those who honor him, irrespective of the trials they face. God's faithfulness is not contingent on our circumstances but on his unchanging character. These miraculous events showcase God's faithfulness to those who firmly trust in him. Daniel's visions extend beyond his time, providing glimpses of future events. As we delve further into the book of Daniel, we encounter Daniel's end times prophecies, which stand as some of the most compelling passages in the Bible. In these prophecies, Daniel foresees the rise and fall of empires. He describes 4 beasts rising from the sea, each representing a different kingdom. The first 3 beasts symbolize the kingdoms of Babylon, Medo-Persia, and Greece. The 4th beast, described as terrible and exceedingly strong, represents the Roman Empire. These prophecies not only showcased the shifting powers of the world during Daniel's time but also demonstrated the cyclical nature of human power structures. But Daniel's prophecies do not stop at the rise and fall of worldly empires. His visions extend to the coming of the Messiah, a figure of hope and salvation. Daniel prophesies the arrival of one like a son of man, coming with the clouds of heaven. This figure is given dominion, glory, and a kingdom that will never be destroyed, marking the end of human-led empires and the start of a divine rule. In these prophecies, Daniel provides insights into God's overarching plan for humanity. He reveals an epic of divine intervention where God's kingdom will ultimately triumph over all earthly powers. He paints a picture of a time when God's justice will reign supreme and his people will live in everlasting peace. These prophecies serve as a reminder that God is sovereign, that his plans are immutable, and that his kingdom will ultimately prevail. They provide reassurance that, despite the turmoil and challenges we may face in our lives, God's ultimate plan for his creation is one of victory and peace. These prophecies unveil the sovereign plan of God and the ultimate victory of his kingdom. As we reflect on Daniel's prophecies, may we find comfort in knowing that God's plans are steadfast, his kingdom will triumph, and his love for his creation is eternal. The story of Daniel is not just an ancient tale but a source of timeless lessons. As we delve into the narrative of Daniel, we are reminded that his experiences are not confined to the pages of an ancient book. They are relevant, even today, echoing in our modern lives. Daniel's story, his trials, his triumphs, and his unwavering faith serve as a beacon, guiding us through our own journeys. In Daniel, we witness a man who, despite being thrown into a foreign land, remains steadfast in his faith. His courage and conviction, rooted in his deep commitment to God, gives him strength to withstand adversity. This is a lesson we can all take to heart. When we find ourselves in unfamiliar or challenging circumstances, may we, like Daniel, hold fast to our beliefs. Daniel's interpretation of King Nebuchadnezzar's dream is a testament to his divine wisdom and understanding. It teaches us the importance of seeking wisdom and discernment, of being open to divine guidance in our lives. It's a reminder that sometimes the answers we seek are not always within our grasp, but can be revealed through faith and prayer. The accounts of Daniel's miraculous deliverance from the fiery furnace and the lion's den are powerful reminders of God's faithfulness. They underscore the promise that when we place our trust in God, he will protect and deliver us. These narratives inspire us to brave our own fiery furnaces and lion's dens, assuring us that we are not alone in our trials. Finally, Daniel's prophecies about the future serve as a beacon of hope. They remind us that, no matter the rise and fall of earthly kingdoms, God's eternal kingdom prevails. This gives us hope and encouragement to persevere, knowing that our faith is anchored in something far greater than our present circumstances. In the face of adversity, may we, like Daniel, stand firm in our beliefs and find confidence in God's promises.